Hey everyone, and welcome to the last day of Bookmas. Guys, I can't believe I did it. Like, when I'm filming this, I still have 2 videos left to film, edit, and upload, but this is the last one that I have planned for Bookmas, and I think I'm gonna be able to do it. And this has just been such like an interesting challenge for myself. I thought to end off Bookmas, we could just do a fun doing bookish things vlog. In today's video, I want to talk about the 25 books I want to read in 2025, and then I thought we could go to Virginia Highland Books, which is my local indie bookstore. If you missed my indie bookstore crawl vlog that I did during Bookmas, I got a 20% off coupon to my favorite indie bookstore from doing that. So I thought we could go to the actual bookstore and pick up a few of the books that are on my 25 for 2025 TBR. Also, my outfit is way cuter without my sweater today. Maybe I should take it off. This shirt is so cute. It's like a muscle kind of shirt, but it's like the sweater totally ruins the vibe, but I'm cold. I also need to go to Target today just to get some like stocking stuffers and other random like holiday items. Thought we could run that errand together and just do some fun festive things. So let's get started. My current read is Never Lie by Frida McFadden. I feel like I'm getting slumpy. Not really. It's just like life is so busy. There's a difference between being so busy you can't read and actually being in a slump. Like, I just simply haven't had time to read. Bookmas has been taking up all of my time, so I have been really slow to read this month in general, which is why I decided to read Never Lie. I feel like Frida McFadden books, you kind of know what to expect when you pick one up. Like, they're like cheap thrills, you know? I wanted something that was gonna like captivate me so that if I do get time to pick up my book, I was really gonna be like excited about the story. I've heard from several people in like recent end of the year wrap up videos that this is their favorite Frida McFadden book, and I hadn't read it. Anyway, I'm reading that right now. I've been thinking about trying to switch over to the audiobook. I really want to like just sit down and read that one physically. So I think I may need to pick out like a different audiobook to listen to and just have both going at the same time. And I've just been watching people's Bookmas videos instead of listening to an audiobook. I was thinking I might do a Christmas one, maybe like a novella or something. Maybe Small Things Like These by Claire Keegan, because it's on Hoopla and it's like 2 hours. So I might put that on while I go to Target and the bookstore. But we can't go to the bookstore until I decide what my 2025 TBR is. So I may like sit here and try to plan out that, and then we'll run some errands. Okay guys, I was cold, so I put my sweater back on. So we're just gonna have to deal with it. And I put my microphone on here because I have my laptop. So hopefully you can hear me. But I thought we could just sit here and kind of plan out the 25 books I want to read in 2025. So I haven't put this list together at all yet. So I thought we could just do it together because I thought it'd be more fun than me sitting here and just like yapping at you about what I decided. I thought we could kind of, you know, work through the decision together. I still think it'd be fun to make this list. Whether I actually end up doing it or not is another thing. 25 is a lot though. That's a quarter of all of the books that I would read next year if my reading goal is 100. It feels like a lot to go ahead and like pre-lay out or like pre-plan a quarter of the books I'm gonna read. So I'm leaving room and giving myself grace that these can change. But at the same time, I do like have a lot of books I want to read, and I think it'd be easy for me to say, yeah, these are probably a quarter of the ones I want to read, given that I know about some of the new releases, I know what's on my immediate TBR, and that does still leave room for 3/4 of the rest of the books I read next year to be like mood reads or new picks or whatever. I do think if I'm going to do this, I want to take it a little bit seriously, so I might add into my like TBR jar videos like every month like one book from my 2025 TBR, at least one, because really I need to read like 2 of those a month. I feel like that's something that maybe needs to be incorporated into the TBR videos. All that to say, I thought it'd be fun to make the list because why not? And it gives me an excuse to go book shopping, so let's do it. I made my little list in my notes app of 25 books and I'm just gonna start replacing them. So I want to have a good variety of genres on this list for sure. And then other thing I was thinking about is like, I don't know that I want to put series on this list. So this is gonna be maybe a list full of standalones, question mark. I guess I could put like the first in a series. I'm still kind of thinking about that. So first book that I really want to read is The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. I'm gonna go ahead and put that one on, Nightingale. I have this on my physical TBR and it feels like a read that I definitely want to get to in like January, February, which is why it's on my mind. I really want to read another Kristen Hanna. I feel like everyone has been talking about her this year, and I read Firefly Lane back in August and it was probably one of my top 3 books of the year, if not like maybe my favorite book of the year. I've heard so many good things about The Nightingale, and then on top of that, so many good things about The Women, which was a new release and won a bunch of awards this year. But I feel like I want to read The Nightingale, go back and read that one before reading The Women. I know that you don't have to read them in any kind of order, but I don't know why. I just feel like I want to go back and read that one because that's one of her most famous books. And I don't really want to put a ton of books by the same author on this list, but I really want to read both of them, and so I'm putting them on here. The next book I'm putting on this list is She Really Going Out With Him by Sophie Cousins. This is Sophie Cousins' new release book. I really want to read this next year. I actually already have this. So another one I'm putting on this list is one that I already own as well, and that's Intermezzo by Sally Rooney. I picked this up like right when it came out, and I wanted to read it right away, and I just haven't had a chance. So even though I'm like conceptually excited for it, I have concepts of excitement, I'm not reading Intermezzo right now. I feel like that's one I need to like force myself into putting on this list, kind of, even though I'm excited for it. Okay, another book I'm putting on here is Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies and The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I'm tired of talking about these books, and I'm ready to know what they're actually about. This is feeling like a winter TBR that I'm making. I know that I'm biased for that, so I really need to start incorporating some like summer reads on here, because I feel like these are all just books that I would like want on my January TBR, and I'm like, let me just put that on my 2025 TBR. I'm like, I need to think more big picture, but I've had both of these books on my TBR cart for the past few months. I've been excited about them. I've been wanting to get to them. Another book I'm putting on here is You with a View. I've heard so many good things about this book, and I just like keep wanting to get to it, and I just keep not getting to it. I haven't read anything from this author. I want to try to prioritize some authors that I haven't read anything from before also on this list. Okay, now I'm gonna go to Goodreads, and I want to look at the Goodreads Choice Award winners from this year and see if there's anything either from the nominees or the actual winners that I want to put on here. Oh, right, The Wedding People. We're adding that immediately. Okay, The Wedding People is one that I absolutely have to get to. I'm so excited to read this one. I think I may do a video like reading Goodreads Choice winners maybe in January if you guys would want to see that. But I've also been debating waiting and reading this one over the summer next year, because usually around the 4th of July, I travel up near Newport, Rhode Island, and I think that's where this is set. So I thought it could be kind of fun to read it while I'm there. If you've read this, please let me know if you feel like it is more of a summer read. I know it's a sad read for sure, but is it like summertime sadness, or is it just like anytime sadness? Let me know. Oh, I also really want to read Blue Sisters. Okay, we're adding that too. All right, let's look at romance. I've read most of these. Oh, I kind of want to start the Windy City series, but I've heard Mile High isn't like the best. I also want to start the Maple Hill series, but I have a feeling I'm gonna hate it. Like, I feel like I'm gonna hate Icebreaker. I don't know if I can put Icebreaker on here though, guys, in good conscience. I also don't know that I'm gonna like the Windy City series, but I'm gonna put Mile High on here because it is a series I've been wanting to start. We may swap it out for something else though. Okay, in Romantasy, Crescent City 3, one I'm gonna put for, this isn't even Romantasy, it's probably just more fantasy. I'm putting just Throne of Glass series. I know I said I wasn't putting series on here, but like, that is something that has to happen in 2025. I just keep putting it off because I'm scared I'm gonna be sad when it's over, and it's more fun to have it to look forward to, genuinely. And I feel like I'm so far behind on like all of the Romantasy that I just don't even know where to start. You know what I'm gonna put on here is Red Rising. I know that's a series as well, but I'm just gonna put the first one in the series on there. And I feel like that is somewhere to start in my head. I'm feeling overwhelmed. I'm like, I don't know where to start. Red Rising. That feels like a good place to start. Let's go to science fiction. Oh, Annie Bot. I really want to read Annie Bot. Annie Bot is like under 300 pages, and it has to do with AI. And I just think those conversations right now are something I'm really interested in. Okay, horror. I don't see myself really doing much from here. I'm gonna put We Used to Live Here on here because it's on my TBR, and I just want to have a mix of genres. I've heard pretty good things about We Used to Live Here, so that one's getting added. You know what I really want to read is The Prison Healer. I'm putting it on here. That one and The Prison Healer, and also One Dark Window. Those are both like, I guess, romantasy kind of vibes. Young adult fiction, we have the reappearance of Rachel Price, but like, I feel like I should read A Good Girl's Guide to Murder before I read that. So I'm gonna put that on here for now. I might swap out A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. It's like, I'm not that excited about A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, but I feel like I need to go back and read her backlog before like reading her new stuff. I also feel like I should read more nonfiction next year, but I don't want to. The one nonfiction book that I'm kind of interested in right now is Cultish by Amanda Montell. I really like Amanda's podcast, Sounds Like a Cult, and I've been meaning to read Cultish, and it's on my TBR. So I'm putting Cultish on there. Again, we may swap out some things. I know that nonfiction is valuable. I struggle to get excited about it like ahead of time. I think nonfiction for me is something that I feel like I could get excited about in the moment. Be like, oh, actually, I'm just gonna read that right now. It's hard for me to like want to plan out what nonfiction I'm reading, I guess, is more so what I mean. Now I'm gonna go to my list of anticipated releases. So we have, I could just like add all of these to this list. Okay, let's see what's the most important to me. Sunrise on the Reaping is getting added right now. Like Rebel Witch, yes, but it's like a lot of these I'm gonna read. Like I know I'm gonna read them, and so I feel like the books I put on this list need to be books that like I want to read, but I probably won't prioritize right away, but I also feel like I should, you know what I mean? This list needs to be books that I feel bullied into reading. I'm putting The Conditions of Will by Jessa Hastings on here. I don't think I need to be bullied into reading this. However, I'm very excited for it. Not Quite Dead Yet by Holly Jackson. It looks so good. good. I also really want to read the Shatter Me series. I really want to read the Boys of Tommen series. I really want to read the Addicted Calloway Sisters series. So there's all those as well. What to choose? I've got 4 left. Oh, I really want to read Piglet by Lottie Hazel. It caught my eye because the author's name is Lottie. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. And it looks really interesting. And I don't know, it just feels like a different vibe where I kind of need to bully myself into reading that one, but I also am excited for it. Do I do some series on here? Okay, I think I'm gonna add Binding 13. What other series did I say I want to read? There's also the Twisted series, like Twisted Love, Twisted Games, but I don't think I'm putting that on here. What's on Kindle Unlimited? You know, it's a standalone that I'm gonna put on here that I haven't read that I feel like everyone's read. It's like a classic book talk book. Maybe I should make a video where I like go back and read iconic book talk books like Archer's Voice and Icebreaker. It's Archer's Voice, I spoiled it for myself. So I'm gonna put Archer's Voice on here. I've never read that and I feel like that is like an iconic book talk book that I literally know nothing about. So, okay, I have one more spot. This is like so hard to choose. You know, I think I'm gonna do the Naturals series. I've talked about this series a lot this year and that I've been wanting to start it and I just haven't had that push that I need to get it started. So I think this is the push I'm giving myself. Okay, I went through and ordered my 2025 TBR in order of author. I feel like this list is, I don't know, I can't decide because I put like Sunrise on the Reaping on here, which is my like #1 anticipated new release for next year. And I feel like it'd be weird not to put that on here. But at the same time, I know I'm gonna read it next year. And I feel like this list needs to be books that I need to be like bullied into reading, where it's like I want to read it, but for some reason I'm not like picking it up. And so I'm thinking about replacing a few that fall into that category because like Sunrise on the Reaping is one I know I'm gonna read. Is She Really Going Out with Him is one that I know I'm gonna read. These ones that are bolded are ones that I don't own physically. That's what the bold is. But I'm gonna go through and star the ones that I feel like I don't need to be bullied into reading this. Conditions of Will, I feel like Not Quite Dead Yet. Throne of Glass is like a yes and a no. I need a little bit of bullying for that. Okay, those are the main ones. So I think I'm actually gonna take those off, which leaves us 4 spots. Because like I said, like I'm going to read those, which is part of the reason I didn't put like the new Emily Henry book on here or the new Ashley Poston book, Say You'll Remember Me, Fearless. Like I'm gonna read those, you know what I mean? I feel like that's not the point of this list. The point of this list is like books you've been putting off kind of, for me at least. So I'm gonna add 4 more. This is part of the refining process, guys. Okay, I think I'm gonna add Lightlark, Alex Astor. This one's on my physical TBR and I just feel like I'm gonna need this push to read this, but I feel like everyone's talking about this. Ooh, you know what else I need to add? Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. I don't know why, I just like cannot get excited about Things We Never Got Over. Those books are so beautiful, I want them on my shelf, and I think I would like them when I start reading them. I never want to read that in like the winter, and then spring comes and I'm just like consumed by all the new releases, so that's one I'm putting on here because it's time that I read that. Ooh, another book I want to put on here is Hail Mary by Andy Weir. Is that how you say his last name? I feel like I've heard so many good things about that one, and it's just another one to kind of mix up the genre where I probably won't reach for it because it's a little outside my comfort zone, but I think I would really love it. Ooh, okay, I found the perfect thing that is gonna be my last book that I add to this list, and that's Lovely War by Julie Berry. That is another one that I think is kind of like historical fiction. I feel like a lot of people were talking about it this year, but I think it came out in like 2020 or so. But it's like historical fiction, World War II, but like the gods kind of like tell it, the Greek gods, I think. So that is one that I definitely want to get to next year as well. Okay, I rolled my TBR card over here because I have my final list and I want to go through it. I will say I feel like this list may change a little bit as I'm watching people's like end of the year reading wrap-ups and stuff like that over the next like 2 weeks. So I feel like this is a really good start and it may not change at all, but these are the 25 books I want to read in 2025. As of today, subject to change, and these are in order of the author's last name. The first is Lightlark by Alex Astor, The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, Lovely War by Julie Berry, Red Rising by Pierce Brown, The Wedding People by Alison Espach, Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies by Heather Fawcett. Then we have One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig, Annie Bot by Sierra Greer, The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. This is a big book. The Women by Kristen Hanna, another one that has done numbers this year. Piglet by Lottie Hazel, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson, You with a View by Jessica Joyce, We Used to Live Here by Marcus Kleiwer. The entire Throne of Glass series by Sarah J. Maas is also on here. This is my only exception where I put like a whole series on here. I know once I read the first one, it's gonna consume me, so. I also really wanna read Blue Sisters by Coco Mellers. My one measly nonfiction book, we've got Cultish by Amanda Montell, The Prison Healer by Lynette Noni, The Intermezzo by Sally Rooney, Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. I've got to get to this one. The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab, Archer's Voice by Mia Sheridan, Mile High, which is the first book in the Windy City series series, Finding 13 by Chloe Walsh. This is the first book in the Boys of Tommen series. This is the floppiest book. And number 25 on my list is Hail Mary by Andy Weir. So those are the 25 books I want to read in 2025 as of today. I may go and pick up some of those. Here's the outfit today. My top is from Anthropologie. My jeans, I think, are from Old Navy. My mom got them and they were too long on her, so she gave them to me. I don't know. I think they're Old Navy or Gap. And then I'm just wearing my Uggs. So that is the little December outfit of the day. It's like 63 degrees today, which is actually so nice, but it's gonna get cold again in a couple days. So, okay, so the plan is first Target, second bookstore. I gotta get some groceries. I wanna make some cookies maybe tonight, some Christmas cookies. And so I gotta get some groceries for that. And I wanna look for a few other stocking stuffers and just like random things that I can only get at Target. I'm going there first to do a quick browse and see if I can find anything good. And then we'll go to my local indie bookstore and maybe pick up a few of those books that I put on my TBR for next year. I just put on the audiobook for Small Things Like These by Claire Keegan. I don't know much about this. I think it's just like a pretty quick holiday novella. It's set in a small Irish town in 1985 in the weeks leading up to Christmas. I'm interested to do kind of like a holiday / like seasonal read that's not a romance. So just gonna put that on. It's only a 2-hour audiobook. That's the plan. I'll see you there. Hey guys, I just left Target and I am so tired. Like, why is Target so exhausting? It's so overstimulating. And also the aisles are so narrow. Like, you cannot fit 2 buggies down or 2 carts down the aisle. But anyways, I'm glad to have that done. Andrew's birthday's actually in a few days, so I got him like a birthday card and some birthday things. Also got stuff like for his stocking for Christmas. I feel like Target's just nice because they have a lot of little like single serve candies you can grab and then just other like things I need for baking and stuff. But I'll show you when I get home. I'm so tired. I don't feel like going to the bookstore now, but I feel like it'll revive me. And I also may find some other cute things for gifts for like friends at the bookstore. So I'm gonna check that out. I have my little coupon and I'm just gonna go decompress and walk around and smell some books. Okay guys, I'm back from all my errands and I'm so tired. I wanted to show you what I picked up because I'm very excited about my bookstore haul. And then I had a few things from Target I wanted to show you too. The first thing I got at Target is this little candle and it's like a pink disco ball. I thought it was really cute. It smells like pink champagne is what it's called, but it says sparkling citrus white grape. And I thought this would be so cute on the bookshelf, especially with like my romance books and stuff as a little decor for the area. Also, I'm realizing I never addressed the fact that I changed into comfy clothes. I fear that was obvious, but I needed to kind of like get cozy when I got home. Okay, another thing I got from Target was this little trophy thing, and you may have seen this in my previous video, which was my 2024 book awards video. I thought it would be fun to get a little award thing. I saw this at Target and I'm planning to film that video tomorrow, I think. So those are 2 just little like bookish trinkets that I got at Target. I also just got like random candy, stocking stuffers. But now let's get on to the good stuff. Next is Virginia Highland Books. Look at this massive bag that I got. First up, I picked up Annie Bot by Sierra Greer, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little like hesitant about this book, but I'm also excited. I feel like it's one of those books that's gonna make me think, which those are oftentimes some of my favorites. Basically, Annie Bot is about like an AI girlfriend named Annie Bot. Like, I think she's a robot designed perfectly to suit her boyfriend Doug's emotional and physical needs. And I just think this is gonna be like an interesting commentary on AI. I'm curious what it has to say, and I'm curious what I'll think of what it has to say. The next book that I picked up was Piglet by Lottie Hazel. I mentioned this one earlier, another one on my 2025 TBR. I have seen very interesting reviews of this one, like on TikTok and BookTube. It says that Piglet is both an examination of women's often complicated relationship with food and a celebration of the messes life sometimes makes for us. I just thought this one sounded really interesting. I love like an oil painting cover. It's gonna do it for me every single time. The next book I got at Virginia Highland Books. I've heard so many good things about this book, even from like the romance girlies on BookTube, who randomly, this is like the only sci-fi book they've read and they're like, oh my gosh, I loved it. So I have high hopes hopes for this. I feel like I've only heard good things. I think our main male character is a sole survivor on a desperate last chance mission, and if he fails, humanity and the earth itself will perish. But you're gonna have to have really good character development and good like descriptions to hook me, because if he's the only character we're following for a while, you know what I mean? Like when he's all by himself, I'm gonna need to like him and enjoy being in his mind. I think this is the year I get a little more into like sci-fi and fantasy. And I don't know, I just was like looking through all the romance books and I was just like, I'm not that excited about a lot of these. And I think it's also to do with the fact that it's December right now, because literally all I was reading in like June and July, I feel like was romance. And I think I just really flip-flop seasonally. I know this about myself, and I'm a huge mood reader, huge seasonal reader. So, okay, and then the fourth book I picked up from Virginia Highland Books is Blue Sisters by Coco Mellers. Again, something about an oil painting cover is gonna do it for me every single time. But basically, I think these three estranged sisters return home to New York after their fourth sister passes away. And I think it's just a story about grief, hope, and the complexities of family. So I'm excited for this one. I feel like it was on so many lists this year. Okay, so those are the 4 books I picked up for myself from the bookstore. And then I also got one for Anders, but I need to back up and give context. So this is the book that I got for him though. It's The Hobbit. But a while back, I ordered him this Lord of the Rings box set for his birthday, which is really cool and pretty. They're these hardcovers and they have sprayed edges that all kind of like coordinate. And so this is the one that like goes with the box set, which I didn't even really realize that there was a Hobbit one that goes with the box set, but it's the exact same size. It's got sprayed edges, so it matches. So as you can see here, then it makes it more of like a full set. So I didn't even know that that existed, but I found it there and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to get this to add to his birthday gift. Oh, I almost forgot also at Virginia Highland Books, I got another Christmas puzzle because I'm just like out of my mind and I enjoy them so much. This is what it looks like. It's just called Nutcracker Magic. So I just thought it was cute and I thought it could be fun to do one more puzzle as part of the season. So I'm gonna wrap up Anders' gift and just clean all this up and I will talk to you guys in a bit. I wanted to do a little bit of a reading update and just check in. I actually did listen to a little bit of Small Things Like These today. I got about 30 minutes in, which is about a quarter of the way through the novella. It's about this Irish man in like his 40s. He never knew his father. He grew up really poor. He now has a wife and 5 kids. And I think it's really important this time of year to kind of like consume stories like these because it is such a busy time of year that I feel like it's so easy to just be like, go, 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 buy more stuff, get more gifts for people, do more baking. While yes, all of those things individually are really fun, I think when they start to feel like work, I don't know, the magic goes away a little bit as an adult when you're like stretched thin to do all of these things that you have to do to like make the season fun. And that's not really the point of this story, but it's just like causing me to reflect on a larger scale of like what the season is really about, I guess is more what I mean. And it's about giving love to those around you. And like, that's it. Appreciating the love and the goodness in your life and the small things, the little things that make life great. And that's what's important this season. So don't forget it. All this to say, it's a really sweet novella so far. I'm interested to see what kind of the moral decision is that has to be made. We'll see. I'm gonna keep listening over the next few days. Hopefully I'll finish it in this vlog and can give final thoughts. But for now, I'm gonna switch back to my Kindle and read some more of Never Lie by Frida McFadden. I think I'm just gonna sit here and be cozy for the rest of the night and try to get through some more of this book. I was sucked in from the beginning. I just haven't had time to read lately. And so I'm excited to just have like a cozy night. I just got up and got ready for the day. I was listening to the audiobook of Small Things Like These. I'm about halfway through now. I still kind of have the same thoughts. It's just kind of like a sweet, wholesome, cozy, but like meaningful story. So I'll keep you posted on my final thoughts once I get through the rest of that. I have some things on the agenda today. I need to film my last sit down bookmas video and probably spend a good deal of time editing that as well. So kind of boring behind the scenes stuff. But before I do that, I actually went to the mailroom and found some exciting packages that came. So I thought we could unbox them together because they're all pretty bookish and I'm really pumped. The first thing that came in today is my Afterlight box for the month of November. I don't love how you get like the November pick in December, like it's halfway through December and I just got the November book. The October book that I got like at Thanksgiving, but it was like a witchy October vibe of a book, which seemed really cute, but now it's like I feel like I need to wait till next year to read it. So anyway, that's my gripe so far with Illumicrate. I've only gotten 2 of these, so I think I'm gonna do it for like 3 months, 6 months, and then if I feel like I'm not reading them or I don't like it, I may cancel. But I was just kind of curious to see what I thought of the subscription, so I'm testing it out. Afterlight is Illumicrate's monthly subscription that's adult romance, so I subscribed to the romance ones just because I felt like that's what I've been reading the most this year, even though I'm not in like a big romance mood right now. I don't know, I felt like that was just like the safest pick for me, so I thought we could open it together. Okay, so here is the Afterlight Illumicrate November box pick. This is Make the Season Bright by Ashley Herring Blake. It looks so cute. I'm glad that they went with like a seasonal pick for November. I'm happier that this one feels like better timed. And one of the best things about these books is look how gorgeous this is. Seriously, it's so pretty. And then look at the sprayed edges. That is so cute. So festive. I'm obsessed. And there's like art in the front too. Oh my gosh, look at it without the dust jacket. It's so cute. Wow. Oh, this is the same author that wrote Delilah Green Doesn't Care, Astrid Parker Doesn't Fail, Iris Kelly Doesn't Date. That is so cool. And then she also lives in Georgia, which is really cool. This looks so good. I read the book description and basically it's a sapphic romance. It's like a second chance between these ex-fiancés who show up vacationing at the same place like 5 years after their engagement was broken off. So maybe I'll have to read this when I'm at my parents' house next week, just chilling over the holidays. It looks so cute. Next up is this doodle planner from Shop Arl. I haven't opened it yet, but Abby Iceland, if you guys follow her, I love her channel. In her monthly reset videos, she would kind of show her doodle planner that she had for the year and the spreads and stuff. And I just thought it looked so cute. I decided to order one. I think it was like they were doing a Black Friday sale or something. I usually have 2 planners going at once each year. So I have a work planner that's a physical planner, and then I have a life planner. And so this is gonna be my life planner for 2025, and I'm just really excited about it. Okay, this is so cute, guys. I love the size of this. It's like good and chunky, so you know that like there's gonna be enough pages that you actually need. But basically it is just this like black denim with white embroidery with these little icons all over it. So cute. I love this. And then on the side, it just says 2025. There were so many cute like different styles and patterns you could get it in. They all have like these icons and say 2025, but like the fabric is different. But I don't know, I just thought the denim was so cool. So let's open it up. Okay, I clipped my microphone on, so I hope it's okay. They're landscaping outside. Can you hear it? I hope not. It has this little like pen holder on the side right here, which is so nice. And so kind of what I mean by doodle planner is like this page, it says do it for yourself. And then it has these different little like doodles, and you would just like fill these different spots in if you want to. Okay, they're so loud out there. I trust in my mic, but like, I don't know if I trust in it that much. Editing Lottie, maybe add in a little background music, we'll filter them out. Okay, but then the next page, you have the 2025 overview and then 2024 reflections, which is really cute. And again, it just has these little like swirlies, spirals, hearts that you can like fill in that are little doodles. It's just kind of like a coloring book and a planner. Ooh, this is so pretty. It's like stained glass windows, and it says old ways won't open new doors. And then it just says January. You get a habit tracker and a mood tracker. Ooh, stunning. Okay, for your weekly spreads, you get these little boxes. So you get a box for every day and then a box that says notes. And then it has the little date. So Monday 30, Tuesday 31, Wednesday 1. So you get like 4 weeks, like pages like these where you can just fill in stuff for each of the days, which is really nice. It's just kind of like a little sticky note, you know, for each day where you can just write your to-dos. And then it goes to February. I'm not gonna go through the whole planner with you, obviously, because that would be kind of boring. See, like this is July. There's just like a different theme for each month. And this is so freaking cute. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, you get these 2 little bookmarks too. One of them has this charm on it, which is really cute. But you can basically put these like in your monthly, you know, layout, and then your weekly, so you can quickly access, and you can also quickly tell like which one's which. So if I like use the charm one for my week spread, then I know it's that one that I would use to get to it. Thank you, Abby, for the recommendation. I will link Abby's channel and the planner down below if anyone wants to get one of these. Okay, and then believe it or not, there is actually more exciting bookish mail that I have to unbox. Next up is my reading journal. I ordered a custom reading journal. I didn't really like document my reads this year anywhere other than in like Goodreads. So like if that app were to go down, I would just have to try to remember from memory all the books I read this year. And I don't love that feeling. I think it's nice to just document. And also I just like having things like this to look back on. Okay, big reveal. My reading journal for 2025 looks like, ta-da! I customized it just to say reading journal Lottie Smalley right there. And it's just kind of dreamy. I love how dreamy and like whimsical and colorful and happy and creative it is. I feel like this is the vibe I try to curate with reading. Whimsy, happy, good vibes. But I actually just got like a plain bullet journal. Love watching Katie is reading. Her reading journal setups are so incredible. I'm gonna link down below her 2025 reading journal setup video she just did. I was so excited when she posted that. So I am shamelessly going to be probably copying some of her ideas and spreads because I was just so inspired by them. But I just thought it'd be fun and give me more flexibility and creativity to have just a plain bullet journal. I don't know that I'm necessarily gonna be like writing out reviews in my reading journal. I think I just wanna use it more as a place to like document books I want to read, books on my physical TBR. So definitely gonna put my 25 books I wanna read in 2025 in here, different things like that. And I thought it would just be another fun thing to share in vlogs too. If you guys are interested in that, let me know your appetite in the comments. I was thinking about doing a dedicated video of like set up my 2025 reading journal with me. So if you guys would want to see that, let me know. It'll probably be in January. Lots of good bookish stuff that I was able to unbox with you guys. I hope you had fun unboxing these things with me. These are some of my favorite segments in vlogs. I love when people just sit down and yap. Hey guys, it's another couple of days later. I feel like this vlog has been a little bit of a mess, but I still hope you've enjoyed it. Also wanted to give the update because this morning while I was getting ready and doing my makeup, I finished listening to Small Things Like These by Claire Keegan. And I'm trying to think about like what my review is going to be or like how many stars I want to give it because I could see a world in which I give it 3 stars and I could see a world in which I give it 5 stars. It's also hard to rate novellas, I feel like, because it was a really short story. I don't know, like it's hard to give it 5 stars because I feel like I didn't get the depth of a full novel, you know? I did really enjoy it. There was really beautiful writing and it is just a really heartwarming story. And there definitely were moments throughout the book that kind of struck me as profound or poignant, and it really caused me to kind of reflect on how I think about the season. But I don't know if it's a book that's necessarily gonna like stick with me, and I felt like the ending was like pretty quick and like just all of a sudden kind of ended. And so I don't know. I have a lot of conflicting views, I feel like, on this book because on the one hand, I really, really loved what it was trying to say. But on the other hand, I feel like there was more exploration that could have been done. There were some heavier themes in this book, like the abuse of women through the religious powers of the Catholic Church. So definitely keep that in mind if you're going to read it. I think having that be a big part of the plot, but then also having this book feel like cozy felt a little uncomfortable at times to me because I was like, I can't really enjoy like the cozy vibes when there is a lot of like strife being addressed and acknowledged as well. That's an important thing to remember during the season. Like I think a lot of times we get caught up in our own problems when there are people, you know, of course, who would love to have our problems. So I think this book is a good reminder of that as well. So overall, I think I'm gonna give it 4 stars. I did really enjoy it and I would recommend it for the holiday season. I think it's a quick listen or read, whichever way you want to consume it. And if you're looking for a quick Christmas novella with some actual substance, I think this is a great one. With all that being said, I think I may end off the vlog here. I really hope you enjoyed it and I hope you have a super happy Merry Christmas. Really hope you enjoyed Bookmas this year. It was a really tough challenge for myself, but one that was really enjoyable and rewarding, and I feel really proud of myself for accomplishing it. If you made it this far in the video, comment down below with the gift emoji so I can know who made it to the end. And if you're new to my channel, be sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss a video from me. With all that being said, happy Bookmas, Merry Christmas, and I will see you soon in another video. Bye!